Hey guys, Jen here. Welcome to my channel. I'm so glad that you are here. Today we're going to be making a witch's hat using all Dollar Tree items and the mesh tubing. So let's go ahead and let's get started. Alright, so the first thing that you're going to need is one of these witch's hats from the Dollar Tree. I will tell you that I'm also going to be using these for elf hats and Santa hats. So I am going to save this buckle to put on a Santa hat. So what you're going to do is you're going to take all the tinsel off of this frame, and I mean, if you want to leave the black, I don't want the fuzziness of it, for lack of a better word. But if you wanted to leave this on here, that would be fine, the black, because we are going to retrace it or wrap it with black mesh. But so you're going to take all this off so that you have a bare frame that looks like this. Okay? Then what you can do is wrap the mesh around the frame. So what I'm going to use is a zip tie to kind of hold it all together. If I can find the zip tie. So these came from the Dollar Tree as well. If you can't find them, I know sometimes they're hard to find, especially the little ones. Walmart does sell them for 98 cents. So that's totally a doable price. But, okay, so what you're going to do is take this mesh, and this is the black mesh from the Dollar Tree. And you could really make this witch's hat any color that you'd like. But I'm just going to kind of fold it over. I'm going to zip tie it to the top here. And I'm going to leave a little room out so I can wrap it over. Trim off the edge. And now we're ready just to start wrapping our mesh around the frame. So let that fall down to the floor. I'm actually going to just hold my mesh and twist my frame. Covering up each edge as I go down. Now if you wanted, you could also trim off these barbs if you'd like. I like them on there. I know one of my viewers had suggested that I trim them off. They saw that in another video, but I like them. I think it helps hold on the mesh a little bit better. So I'm not pulling super tight because I don't want those barbs to show. This was an old roll of mesh that has been sitting around for a while. It's starting to fray. So we're just wrapping this all the way down. I'm keeping it doubled over as I'm going down. So this roll was almost a completely full roll. It did have a few pieces cut off of it, but it was almost a full roll. So that way you know how much that you need. So now I'm just going down and I'm tucking this down under, so I'm getting the whole frame, if you can see that. We'll just use every last bit of this. To go around. Okay. Now what I'm going to do is take the end of this, get out another zip tie, and there's a crossbar right here in the middle, and I'm going to zip tie this mesh right to that. So I'm going to fold it over so it gives a little more strength. And I'm going to just tuck this under to cross. Yeah, it's crossing right here. And zip tie that. Then I'm going to cut off this extra piece. Okay. So now we have our witch's hat covered with the mesh. And I just like this look better. So like I was saying, you could leave this tinsel on here and just take off like the bottom part. But I just like this look of the mesh better. That's just your own personal preference. The next thing you're going to do is cut up some tubing. So this is the mesh tubing from the Dollar Tree, and we're going to use a couple different colors here. I already have the black hat, so I wasn't going to put much black in the wreath, but I'm going to cut these at about 25 inches, and then we're going to make some loopies. So I'm just going to put it in my hand, put it over, wrap it over, put it in my hand. Here, let me show you. So you kind of just hold a little bit in your hand, and you're going to make a small loop. Now I always have this part sticking out, and that's because I want this edge sticking out. So then the next one, I'm going to go put it down. And if you wanted to do black, what I would do is do two purple, or do a purple and green and then an orange and black, or vice versa. Then you need to use a pipe cleaner. So Dollar Tree does have some black pipe cleaners that you could use, or they also have orange or whatever other color you needed. So you're going to just kind of hold this pipe cleaner with your first finger, take your other hand, fold it up. I have this little guy who's kind of sneaking out of there, so I'm going to hold him up with my finger. And then what I'm going to do is twist this and pull it tight. So twist and then pull it tight. See, I'm pulling it with my other hand, pushing up with my thumb, and then I can twist this tight. And then I have this cute little bundle. So what we'll do is we'll take our bundles and we're going to attach them to the frame. So I'm going to start with just the middle and see how full that gets with all of our tubing. So there is an outer, middle, and inner ring for this. So I'm going to see how much space we have here. So this little guy popped out. So I'm going to fix him he popped out, so I'm just going to take this and twist him back in there. There we go. Alright, so I'm going to keep making bundles, filling up the middle, and let's see how full that gets us. Alright everyone, so this is it filled up with just the one row. So if you look on the back, I only did the one row here. But I wanted to show you I am trimming my pipe cleaners. So I left one for you. You can see how long they are. And I really didn't want that to be so full of pipe cleaners. So I am just using my wire cutters. You could use scissors as well, but the pipe cleaner will eat up a good pair of scissors. So I am just going to trim these off and then tuck them down inside the frame. And that also will keep them from scratching any door frames or anything like that. And then I also want to show you that I have a couple of these that are just a little wild, and so I'm just trimming those down just a little bit. So they're not so wild. The next thing we're going to do is put some ribbon in here. So I've got some Dollar Tree ribbon, and so I wanted to kind of add some black into this and some white. And I also have a couple others that I'm not sure I'm going to use, so I'm going to play with those. But I have, and it depends honestly how much I have of these, because I don't know if I have much. So I do like this combination with the purple and the orange, so I may use that. I don't know. So but I definitely want the white and the black. So what I'm going to do is just kind of, I don't think I have much of this. Oh, I really don't have much of this. Okay, so I probably won't use this because, well, I might be able to get two. Okay. Sorry, this is me talking out loud here. I really don't have much of that. But, so what I like to do is just kind of play with the length and see how much I'm going to need. So I just kind of fold it in half and I kind of stick it down in here to see how much I like. And I think I'm going to like that length. So then I just trim it down. Then I measure it. How much do I need? So we need, this is 11 inches. So 11 inches of ribbon. Go ahead and cut this other one down to 11 inches. And sometimes once I get it in there, I have to trim it anyway, again, because it was too much. So we'll see. So I have these two, and then we're going to dovetail them. So you fold your ribbon in half. And then on the side of the ribbon side, you're going to cut an angle. It gives that nice dovetail. Alright, so I'm going to go ahead and cut my black ribbon to 10 inches. And I believe this ribbon was actually from last year's Dollar Tree stuff. It's like glued to the roll. I just didn't find much this year of Dollar Tree ribbon. I picked up a few rolls, but I really didn't want to open them quite yet for this small of a ribbon project. So I just want to use up what I had here. It's really stuck to that. I don't know what that's about. It's the Dollar Tree for you. Okay, so then I'm going to show you how to put these ribbon bundles together and how to get them into your wreath. And we'll do the same thing with the purple and the orange because I don't have enough of that white, so that's okay. Use up what you got, okay? If it matches, use it up. Alright, so you put your ribbon together, kind of fold it up. Now, if I had enough white, I could do 4 colors and make 4 bundles on here. Alright, but I do not. So, take your pipe cleaner, fold your ribbon in half, and twist. Now, the only thing we need to do is just kind of push this aside, and we're going to attach it down in our frame the same way we did the bundles. So again, you just push your tubing aside, flip it over here, and twist. Trim it off. And there is our first ribbon bundle. I'm going to do the same thing on this side. This time I'm going to switch my black and my white. Fold this in half. Twist. And this one I'm going to put about the same space, but on this side. Flip it over, twist, trim. Alright, so now I'm going to add in some purple and some orange ribbon, and I'll put one here, maybe one here, maybe one here. We'll add some more of this beautiful ribbon, and that really helps fill out the thickness of the wreath too. So my little fuzzies are blowing. It kind of scared me for a second. I thought it was a bug. Alright, so this is the hat with the ribbon inside. It looks super cute. So now we're going to add some legs. So I have a set of purple legs here. So we're going to add these legs into our frame. They're all twisted up. So what I'm going to do is I'm actually going to cut these off of here. And that will open up my legs here. And then you can choose to use whatever you'd like to stuff these with. I'm going to use some grocery sacks that I've saved. And we're going to stuff these up so that they have some dimension to them. And then we're going to attach them to our frame. And the only thing I'm not sure about is they're sewn here at the bottom. But they're actually sewn together like backward. So I think I'm going to have to detach these. Just one little string there. And now we can sew but stuff our feet and then attach them to the frame. So I'm going to go get some bags and we're going to stuff these. Alright, so I stuffed this leg here with the grocery bag, so I just kind of show you how I am doing that. Have just a Walmart sack here, and I cut the legs off of the ring, and so I'm just going to open this up, getting the bag started inside there. And then using a dowel rod that actually came from the Dollar Tree. You could use whatever you have laying around to poke this down inside. I'm using my trusty dowel rods, and I'm just going to shove this down in there. Just like that. Okay, so my legs are stuffed. Now we can attach them to the wreath. So, like I told you before, like these legs were backwards. I got two of the same foot. So my witch is going to have both feet facing the same way. I really like them when they face like this. I think it's cute. But you can see there's a seam here on this one. So I'm going to have to do mine like this. So when you buy your witch's legs, keep that in mind. So we're going to zip tie these onto the witch's hat. So I'm just going to tuck this in, roll this around, and I think I'm actually going to put a little hole through the fabric. If I can get that to poke through there. You could also use pipe cleaners if you wanted. I just put a little snip in there. Get this to poke through. My other one poked through. That's fine. I don't know what this one's being difficult. Okay, well, I'm going to give up on that. I was going to put a hole through it, but that's okay. So I'm just putting a cross, if you will, on these. So I want to cross this way, and then I will go across this way. Can you see that? And then we'll attach this one the same way with the 2 zip ties. Then we get to figure out how we want to decorate the hat. So I'm thinking as I'm doing this, not really sure what I want to do. So the main thing here is you want to make sure that your feet are even. You don't want one leg longer than the other. So we just wrap this around. Take your zip tie, zip it on the one way, ouch, and then go back the other way and do an X across the previous zip tie. And that will hold it secure. You could also use pipe cleaners and put a little hole through there. So here is my legs. I have a pair of green legs too, but I really want to use the purple because the purple matches the purple striped ribbon that we've got. So now our little guy is almost done here, all poofed up. So now you just need to figure out how you want to decorate the top here. You could do a dangled on spider. You could do a big spider. I think I want to do like a bundle of this and a bow. So let me play around with that and I'll show you what I come up with. Okay, so here's what I've decided to do. I have some extra purple mesh, and I think what I'm thinking is to do a little decoration here with this tubing. So I'm going to take my mesh down here in the corner of the wreath frame, and I'm going to zip tie it to the very bottom corner. So I'm going under the frame, and again, you could use pipe cleaner for this too if you'd like. For this frame, for some reason I really like the zip ties for this. Okay, now I'm going to take this and I'm going to loosely wrap this around at a diagonal. I mean, not like so loose that it doesn't stay put, but What do you think? I like it. Alright, so then I'm going to zip tie this up here to the top. We are almost done with this. Oh, you can't see. I'm out of frame. I'm sorry. Here. I'm going to zip tie this up here to the top. And for this one, I'm just trying to get to the tippy top because I'm going to put something else up on the tippy top of this as well. I'm not sure this will hold. I might have to do an X on this too. Okay, so here is my hat, which is so cute. Then I simply made another bundle of the mesh tubing to put here at the top. So I am just going to lace this into the mesh. I'm just going to poke it through the tippy top of the mesh on both sides, covering up my zip tie. Pull that around, and I'm just going to twist it on there like I have been doing to the rest of the frame. So just twist that on there. Now I thought about doing a bow, but I don't. This is all the purple ribbon I have left right here. So I thought, you know, stick with what's already on the wreath. So, oh my gosh, did you hear that? That was my bones cracking. Okay, then tuck those down so it doesn't scratch any door frames or walls or whatever. And go out a little bit. It's hard to see. I will do a hang up on the wall picture of this, but we are done. I think it turned out really cute. So, if you wanted to double this up at the top, you could make a double one and make it a little more fancy smancy. Maybe hang a spider down. That's kind of fun. I have these little glitter ball things too. I think they're called, well, this is the fall one, but it's called glitter vase filler. And so they had one that was just Halloween, and I got this one there. So that would be cute to put around on it too. I think there's some little eyeballs. I mean, there's all kinds of cute stuff that if you wanted to make this spookier, that you could do. So this is our Halloween witch's hat. I'm going to hang this up and give you guys a nice little picture of it. Alright, before I hang it up, I want to show you one thing that I forgot to show you. I want to put a hanger on this. So I'm finding the crossbar of this frame that I can get to. And I am slipping a pipe cleaner down inside that. Carefully. Just need to hook it under. There we go. Just need to hook it under, pull it through. Then I'm just going to twist these ends together and bring it back through so the twisty part is inside, and cover it back up. So now I have a hook inside my mesh. Okay? And now I'm going to hang it up for you. Alright everyone, here's the finished product. I hope you've enjoyed this video. I hope that you will like, subscribe, and hit that bell for notifications so you never miss an upload. And until next time, have fun crafting.